Hello dear students. Today, first of all, I want to repeat the same thing. As you know that we are facing COVID-19 pandemic. So that's why again same thing I repeated. That is, you have to follow SMS rule. That means you have to maintain the social distancing. You have to wear the mask when go to crowd place and sanitize or soap your hand regularly when you touch your face. Okay, now let us focus on the topic. In today's lecture I will discuss about ideal and non-ideal solution. Okay, so the things ideal non-ideal solutions, in previous lecture I told you about the solution which are made up of by liquid. Okay, now today I will told you about the ideal and non-ideal solution. Ideal, about ideal you have listened in the chapter 5 gas state in class 11 ideal gas equation. But you know that no gas is ideal. Similarly here no solution is basically ideal, but at some condition the solution may behave as ideal. So what is ideal solution? What are the conditions on which they behave as ideally? This you have to know in this lecture. So let us focus on the definition of the ideal solution. So first of all, you have to define the ideal solution. Those solutions which obey Raoult's law. About Raoult's law, I told you in the previous lecture. So which obey Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration is known as what? Ideal solution. This you have to write in the examination. But for perfect definition, you have to write about the interactions also, okay, the change in volume also, the change in enthalpy also. So let us focus here. If you have taken the binary solution, so for binary solution of AB type, this I told you, the components having the solution having two components is known as binary solution. So look at here, what happens here? Here the interaction between the solute and solvent particles is approximate similar, or you can say similar to solute. If we are taking the A solute and B solvent, either you can take the A solvent and B solute. So this maybe you can take solvent, okay? Solvent and BB interaction, that is the interaction between solute molecules. So this interaction is basically between the same components. Here also they have same components, solute interactions and solvent interactions. If the interactions which are between A and BB are similar or same, that A and B, in that condition what happens? You can say that they can form ideal solution. Are getting this point or not? So for ideal solution, what happens? The solution have same interaction as solvent and solute have. Are getting this point or not? Now due to this region, what happens here? Now if we are talking the change in volume, delta mix B. So what happens here? This is basically final volume minus volume initial. Okay? In that condition, just we have taken the examples. Before mixing, we have taken 10 ml of this and 10 ml of this solute. Now after mixing, what happens? We get 20 ml of solution. Okay? So now what the resultant? The final volume 20 and initial volume is 10 plus 10, that is 20. So now the resultant volume is, change in volume is 0. So that means for ideal solution, the delta mix B should be 0. This you can understand from the interactions. Your interactions are similar. So neither molecules come closer to each other, neither move farther. Okay? In that conditions what happens? The change in volume take place, that is 0. Are getting this point or not? The second things which you have to write in the examinations about the change in enthalpy. So here also you can write like this. Look at here. to form this bond. The first of all, the bond between A and bond between BB can be break. So here what happens? The breaking of bond take place, and here the formation of bond take place. So breaking of bond take place required heat absorb, and here what happens? Heat release. In that conditions what happens? Delta mix H, that is change in enthalpy, is equal to 0 because interactions are same. So whatever the amount of heat taken here, liberated same amount of heat. Just like we taken that 20 joules are energy required for breaking up A bond, and here 30 joules are what? 30 joules are energy required to breaking up BB bond. Okay. So now what happens here? Just we taken same amount of energy, 20 joules. Okay. In that conditions, what happens? Is the net energy change. That means the net energy release here is 40 joule. So again here what happens? H final minus H initial. That is either you can say heat release or heat absorb. Okay, the difference between them is 0. So that's why we can say that the enthalpy of mixing is 0. Okay. So all the things are came from the interactions. If interactions are similar, in that condition delta mix B0, delta mix H0. Now some more points regarding the ideal solution. You have to know that about the delta G and delta S. So delta S is known as entropy. So delta mix S, what happens here is what? More than 0. Okay, that means you can see that here this is the solvent, this is the solvent, this is the solvent. Okay, now solvent in the order position, but now after adding the solute, what happens? Now the order of solvent disturbed. Now this is the more disorder. So that's why you can say that the solution is more disorder than solvent and solute. Are getting this point or not? In that condition you can say that the delta mix X is more than 0. This I told you that more the than S, more will be the positive value of delta S. Now what about the delta G? So delta G are given for 3 types. Na? Negative for spontaneous reaction, positive for non-spontaneous reaction, and 0 for equilibrium. So delta G of solution is negative. Just you can think about that. You can add some sugar or some salt to the water. What happens? After some time they dissolve by its own self. So that's why no external factors are required. Okay. So this type of reactions are known as spontaneous reaction. And for spontaneous reaction, the value of delta G should be negative. So whatever solution they will form, ideal or non-ideal, the delta G always negative, and delta S is also more than 0. Are getting this point or not? Now let us focus on the what about the delta S system. Sometimes this is also asked. Delta S system. Delta S system. System is where the work is going on. Just like we are added salt in the water. So this is the system. And for this, the delta S is also positive. And for surrounding, the delta S is basically less than 0. Okay? Sorry, the delta S is basically 0. Are getting this point or not? So the system have positive entropy, but surrounding have 0 entropy. Are getting this point or not? So these are all about the some basic points regarding the ideal solution. Now let us focus on the condition for ideal solution. That means how we can know that in the given mixture, that is the given solute and solvent, can form ideal solution. So one more thing we have to notice down that the vapor pressure, that is P total, is equal to P1 plus P2 in case of ideal solution. So according to Raoult's law and experimentally this is observed that the P total equal to P1 plus P2 for ideal solution. This can also written like this: P1 equal to P01 x1 and P2 equal to P02 x2. So this is also similar. Okay. So these are the some basic facts regarding the ideal solution. So first of all, you have to know about the interactions. That is very much important. Then you have to talk about the pressure. You have to talk about the delta mix B. You have to talk about the delta mix H. Okay. You can also talk about the entropy and what delta E. Now let us focus on the condition for forming ideal solution. How we know that the given solvent can form ideal solution. So first point is given like this: if both have, that means solute and solvent both have similar structure and polarity, so that they have similar molecular environment. So just like one example are given here, you have given the benzene and you are also given one more toluene. Okay. So look here, the condition. They have similar structure. Here benzene is also, here is also benzene is. Okay. In that conditions, what happens? One more thing you have to notice that this have van der Waals force of attraction. This also have van der Waals force of attraction. Here some more van der Waals force of attraction due to more carbon, but nearly they have same polarity. That means they have both same nature of force. So that's why you can say that they can form ideal solution. Are you getting this point or not? Next, both have similar molecular size. So look at here. If one question given like this, or second point, chlorobenzene and plus bromobenzene is given to you. Okay, chlorobenzenes and bromobenzenes are given to you. In that conditions, what happens? They also can form ideal solution. So look at here, benzene same. Here there is not much more difference between the Cl and Br size. So that's why you can say that they almost have similar size. But if this type of question given like this, chlorobenzene and one more given, iodobenzene. So look at here. Here the Cl size is more less than size of I. So that's why they do not form ideal solution. Are getting this point or not? So this type of conditions may be generated. The iodobenzenes are given, chlorobenzenes are given. One more thing can be given here, just like a alcohol, methyl alcohol given and ethyl alcohol given. So there is not much more difference between them because only one carbons are different. But so they can form ideal solution. Okay. But if this is given like this, here one carbon or here given 3 carbons. So now the more difference in the size, so that's why they do not form ideal solution. So this interactions you have, this conditions you also have to follow that both have similar molecular size. Okay, if the size have more difference, in that condition they do not form ideal solution. Now next thing, that is identical intermolecular force. So again you can focus here. Just we have taken the N-heptane plus N-hexane. So look at here, both are normal conditions. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbons are arranged like this linearly. Okay, that means you can write the carbon chain, straight chain. Okay, now this is also a straight chain. Only carbon numbers are changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 7 carbons are there. So they have similar, identical, you can say force of interaction. They have van der Waals force, they also have van der Waals force. Similarly, you can take one more examples again, chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. Okay, so bromobenzene and chlorobenzenes we are taken. They have dipole-dipole interaction. They also have dipole-dipole interaction due to polarity of C-Br bond and C-Cl bond. Now after mixing, they also again have same interaction, that dipole-dipole interaction. So molecular interactions are same. So that's why you can say that they can form ideal solution. Here you can talk about the methyl alcohols, ethyl alcohols. Okay, what happens here? They have H bonding. In both cases, after mixing, they again have same force of attraction, that is H bonding. So that's why they can form ideal solution. Are getting this point or not? One more thing we have noted down that all the solution should behave as ideally on successive dilution. That means our diluted solutions also behave as ideal solution. Okay, so these are the some basic facts regarding the ideal solution. Now some important points noted down about the ideal solution, that is what? First of all, they do not form azeotrope. What is the azeotrope? Azeotrope is known as constant boiling mixture. That means the mixture of two components which boils at constant temperature. That means they have same vapor phase, liquid phase. Okay, they are same. That is, in liquid phase and vapor phase they have same composition. Are getting this point or not? Second things, they neither dissociate. That means in case of ideal solution, no dissociation takes place. They do not dissociate. Now look the conditions. If we are taking the example of NaCl, this NaCl are added in the water. Here what happens? They will dissociate like this. So they do not form the ideal solution. Okay. Third things, you have to know that they do not associate. They do not associate. That means we have taken one example. Benzoic acid we have taken. Okay. C double bond to OH. One more benzoic acid we have taken. In benzene, that means here the solvent is benzene. In benzene, what happens basically? The benzoic acid are combined by H bonding like this. That means they can form H bond. They can form H bond. Here association take place, so that's why they do not also follow the ideal conditions. That means they do not form the ideal solution. In ideal solution, neither they form azeotrope mixture, neither they dissociate, neither they associate. So these are the some basic important rules regarding this is the some important points regarding the ideal solution. One more thing, the boiling point and vapor pressure of ideal solutions are similar. This is also identified by the experiment. Okay, so these are the some basic points regarding the ideal solution. Are getting this point or not?